Alright guys, what is up and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing the preview that has just come out, and they had a bunch of updates take place in terms of amnesite gains, and we're going to be checking them out. So we're in the preview branch right now, so right now it's actually not live in the official game, but it probably will be soon. So we're going to check it out and see how the changes they make. They basically nerfed Metalworks into the dirt previously, but we're about to test it and see if they improved it at all. They did say they reworked it, so I'm going to collect a bunch of stuff. And then we're going to see where we get amnesites along the road. So let's test this out here. Just going to heat this. Oh, they reworked it so it doesn't go all the way back. Okay, so now it stays within reach. That's nice. You can see the back of it. It's nowhere near as deep. So let's get this guy heated up and see what all changed here. So we haven't got any amnesites yet. So you don't get amnesites for heating this up or breaking a boulder. Should start sparking any second now. There we go. Alright, now entity should no longer drop whenever I pick it up and it changes. So I have it picked up. There we go. Yep, I no longer had to drop it. That's honestly a really good change because it keeps people from stealing it from you and just running away with it like a troll. And then, there we go, we just got amnesites for that too. So we got amnesites for converting one. So I'm going to convert all these real quick. So this is pretty cool, actually. You get 20 amnesites just for creating the galvanized ingot, not even turning it in yet. We'll see how much we get once we turn it in here in a second, though. Oh, wow, you get 20 for turning them in? Holy shit, okay, so Metalworks is extremely cracked now. Okay, but they nerfed how much you get whenever you close it, because previously you would get 80, but now you only get 10. Why? This is a preview, dude. This is a preview. Fucking people go in tryhard mode and previews too, like, come on. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter because we already got to test everything in there, so that's a pretty big buff. They literally doubled the amount of amnesites you'll get from turning stuff in. So Metalworks is back, boys. Metalworks is back. They also changed Distillery and Laundromat, so we're gonna do Distillery next and see how that one looks. They said they changed the pricing to Club. I'm gonna see what the new price is. 600 cents. Oh my goodness. So if somebody owns the club, you know they're a baller. I'll have the original price of what it was previously pop up on the screen here. Alright, we finally made it. Okay, now we gotta wait for this thing to start dispensing. Okay, ask and you shall receive slop, I guess, okay? Okay, so you don't get any for feeding the plants. So I'll meet back up with you guys after I have all these grown. Oh, look at that! Now you get 10% amnesites just for dropping the bag inside of this, so that's cool. So even if your bottles do get stolen later down the road, you at least get a little something. Ooh, you get 20% just for bottling. So bottles being left in the distillers is probably not going to be a thing anymore. So there's 20. So you get 30% just for getting to the bottle. And now I'm going to turn one in and see what I get. Another 20%. Holy shit.
And they get 20% for putting it in. And then, so it's basically Metalworks.
Did you get 10% for closing it?
Yeah, you get 10%. Well, did you get 10%?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay, so I guess it's only 10% if you close the box. That's a little bit interesting.
Noted, noted. So there's Distillery, guys. So I kind of agree with what that guy just said. I do think Distillery is slightly better than Metalworks now. But Metalworks is way better than in the current state it is in the game right now at the time I'm making this video. Once again, I'm in the preview build of this game, so none of this is out yet, but it will be in the future. So now we're going to try laundry out. So I just pulled my laundry. I'm going to throw it in here. 5. Alright, so nothing for closing it into the dryer. Or the washer. So now it's in the dryer, and we still haven't gotten anything for it yet, so we'll see. Maybe we'll get like 20 whenever we put them inside now or something. Ooh, now you get 20 per. Oh my god, dude, okay. So they basically buffed every single job there is. And laundry could potentially be the best one now if you have a lot of laundry going. If you're in here by yourself and you're only getting your pull, it might not be as good as Distillery or Metalworks, but laundry is actually way more viable than it was even previously. So shit, I think the game is in a really good state now in terms of the andesite gains. People will actually spend more time playing the fates they want to play versus grinding out andesites to play the fates they want to play. So I think that's an overall bonus. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. We won't really be able to get a full fleshed out idea on how good these changes are until it's actually in the official game and we can actually feel it in like the economy of a real life official server. My first impressions and thoughts, these are very good changes. Work actually feels rewarding. It doesn't just feel like a grind that leads to nowhere. So shout out Valiset for doing that. Hell yeah, boys. Okay, and now let's see what else they added to finish off the video. The Hijacker is now consumed on use only when opening the door. So hijackers now are only one-time use. I'm not so sure how I feel about that one. I think it's probably a good thing though, because it'll make the guys in the underground a little more willing to maybe give it to bankers and stuff like that. Especially whenever they say they're going to be like right back. That way they don't have to stand at the gate and wait for them to return. So I think that's a bit of a bonus. And now if they get sold to a Cortex member, at least they'll only be able to raid the underground a single time rather than just like keeping it in their house and they can just raid the underground every freaking 30 minutes. So overall, I think that's probably a good change, but kind of like what I said earlier, we won't really get a full idea of it until we're in like an official server with the full population. And then it says they reworked boulder andesite mechanics. So I guess what we're gonna have to do is become a slave and see how that works. So shit, okay. Okay, but before we go become a slave and test out the new boulder reworks, we're gonna see what type of changes they made, if any, to these crates. We're going to see if they work the same way. So I have some galvanized ingots with me. This thing's asking for plates. We're going to make a couple plates and see if there's any changes. Okay, so you now get 20% out of these too. Let's see if we get the same amount for closing one of these. I think I have enough to close it. Okay, got 20 for there, and then 10 for closing it. Okay, so, yeah, so they just buffed crates overall is what they did. And they honestly reworked a lot of what actually takes place whenever you're making something. So I think it's kind of a good change that they made it to where you earn something along almost every step of creating something. That way, if you do happen to get something stolen from you, it's honestly not that big of a deal anymore. This will just make people want to steal less because, you know, they won't really get the satisfaction of getting somebody pissed off. They'll be not really losing anything just from having somebody steal some ingot from them or something. So it says reworked boulder andesite mechanics. So we're going to see if anything's different. So if I remember right, previously, one boulder was equal to 40%. All right, let's push this in and see if they change anything. Okay, still got 40%. Not so sure what they changed, but... Okay, so yeah, you still get 40%, so I'm not really sure what the reworked boulder andesite mechanics are, but maybe they just made it to where it's more consistent or something like that, and there's no bugs. But yeah. So guys, we basically have tested everything this preview has to offer. Let me know in the comment sections down below what you guys think of these changes. And I'm not sure when exactly these will go live, but you can expect them sometime in the near future, I would imagine. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully I'll catch you in the next video. And like always, see you in Aneurysm 4. Peace!